Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen them at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Please welcome once again the famous Gordon Pipers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our champions on the red carpet. We'll begin with the NASCAR Youth Payment Champions. In the light 160, it's Edison Carter. Our junior animal champion, Lucas Coulter. Our heavy Honda champion, Trevor Jones. Senior animal champion, Rue Reeves. And our junior 160 champion, Brody Sullivan. Our NASCAR Youth Dirt Champions, Heavy World Formula Champion, Tristan Bierman. Our Light 160 Champion, Mila Gregory. Senior Honda Champion, Jackson Cates. Our Heavy 160 Champion, Avery McMillan. Our Junior Animal Champion, Caleb Mertz. Our Heavy Honda Champion, Jordan Miller. Our Junior 160 Champion, Ty Schaefer. Our Unrestricted Animal Champion, Owen Sternagel. And our Light World Formula Champion, Wyatt Zen. NASCAR Youth Multiple Champions, Senior Animal Dirt and Formula Modified Dirt Champion, Liam Ballard. Our Senior Honda Payment and Light World Formula Payment Champion, Kelby Island. Our Junior Honda Dirt and Junior Honda Payment Champion, Nash Greenfield. Our Heavy World Payment and Formula Modified Champion, it's Kadren Super K. And our Heavy 160 Payment and Unrestricted Animal Payment Champion, Easton Loomis. Our Midwest Thunder Speed 2 Midget Champion, T-Nelly Tyler Nelson. Our IMT East Coast Sprint Car Champion, Steven Dravicki. Our Avante Windows and Doors CRA Champion, R.J. Johnson. Our NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion, Cannon McIntosh. our AMSOIL National Sprint Car Champion, Kyle Cummins. And our Silver Crown champion, dazzling in white, Justin Grant. Let's give all the champions a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Always great to have them. Welcome to the 70th USAC Night of Champions, something that is as old as me. Think of that. Before we get going, a little off script, if I could have all the USAC traveling staff and teams, the people that are out there at race events every night, be they pushing off cars, dealing with accidents, working in race control, announcers, etc. Would you please stand at this time? All of you. It's not all glory, folks. It's really hard work. First, we'd like to thank our friends at AMSOIL who are joining us tonight. AMSOIL celebrated its 16th year as the title sponsor of the USAC National Sprint Car Series in 2025. That is the longest running title sponsorship in USAC's 70th year history. Isn't that something? So thank you for your continued support. We're so glad you're with us tonight. One of the greatest race fans and greatest guys in racing is Chris Jockish. I don't know how many of you know Chris, but once again, he provided the flowers tonight, and you can take it with them at the end of the night. Round of applause for Chris Jockish, for those of you who know him. We'd like to recognize Bob Baker, president of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. He's providing a Hall of Fame membership to each of USAC's 2025 champions here tonight. We appreciate your support. He'll have some big Hall of Fame announcements on December 19th. Bob, it's a glare out here. I can't see him, but if you would please stand up to be recognized. To see here. There he is. There's Bob at the back. We want to give a special thanks to Dave Olson, who always comes down here and graciously makes the trip from Wisconsin to be the official photographer. And once again, he is for tonight's USAC Night of Champions. Really appreciate it. So, you've seen her trackside as a pit interviewer at USAC national events from coast to coast. She'll work with me tonight. And tonight, the newlywed, Christy Leary, will be handling on-stage interviews. And here's a scoop. She was a lovely bride. Who could have guessed? Let's hear it for Christy. Among the awards, each national driver and entrant champion will receive custom rings as well as canvas artwork designed by Rich Foreman and a one-year free subscription to FloRacing, the official media provider of USAC. And each USAC driver champion tonight will also receive a jacket courtesy of Hoosier Tire Incorporated, the official tire of the United States Auto Club. The Dirt Draft Most Popular Driver Awards this year were chosen based on who was selected most often by Dirt Draft contest participants in each USAC national division throughout the series. Drivers who were picked the most will earn a bit of bonus money tonight. Those drivers are Kyle Steffens for the Silver Crown Series, Hayden Reinbold in both the sprint car and midgets. How about that for Hayden? Round of applause. You see those names up there? Those sponsors are integral to the success of USAC. We have much to thank for their continued support of our circle track activities, and do remember them when you have business to do. Those folks are very important to us. We'd also like to thank Nikki Klemper, who puts in hard work each of these banquets. And not only that, as you well know, she's worked at the front office for a long time, in charge of licensing. She's particularly done a great job with USAC Race Aid. We unfortunately gave out quite a few grants tonight, or this year, to people in our racing community in need. So the variety of events that we do across the year really helps support that fund and helps all our injured drivers. So Nikki, thank you very much for all that you do. We appreciate it. Well, we all know this guy. He's been a part of our family for so very long, and it's only appropriate, of course, that he offers our invocation. Please welcome from American Racing Ministries, please come to the stage, Mr. Tim Spillman.
Can we pray? Father God, once again, we pause and we thank you for all your blessings and all of your love that you give to every one of us. We thank you for your Son that gave his life for us on Calvary. And we thank you at this Christmas season where we can truly celebrate the true meaning of Christmas. We thank you for USAC and every venue that they put on this past year and this coming year, that every one of them would be a great success. We thank you for all the sponsors that come along to help make all of this possible. And now, Father, we ask that you would bless each and every one that will serve us tonight. May this food be blessed to our bodies, keep us all safe, and bless every home that is represented. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you very much, Tim. Well, it's dinner time. We know what we do here at this great venue, as you will see. We have some venues that are queued up, and everyone have a nice meal, and we'll be back with the rest of the award ceremony.
having to hit his marks down to the bottom. Edwards right there, but look to the top side. Here comes Cale Drake trying to charge by both of them. Into turns 3 and 4. Twin flags displayed. 2 to go. Kreisel off to the bottom just a little bit. Drake is there to the outside. He's going to have second. Gets by Drake. Edwards now. Kreisel to the bottom. Edwards to the outside. See ya. He's going to take over the race lead. Back up to the top spot goes Drake Edwards. White flag coming out this time. 1 to go. 3-car battle at the front of the field. Drake Edwards going to sneak by for the second spot. Now going to try to line himself up for a possible win. Challenged by the 19 to the inside. But now off of the top and down to the bottom. He's going to block the lane. He's going back to victory lane in 97. Cale Drake gets it done at Sweet Springs. Final trip in Winter Dirt Games competition. Brady Bacon with a good run at the exit of turn number 4. He's going to dive to the bottom of the turns 1 and 2. Challenge for the lead, maybe to the back straightaway denied. Dason Pursley can hold on to it. Into the final 2 turns for $10,000. The checkered flag is going to drop, and Dason Pursley finally going to victory lane here in Winter Dirt Games. It off of the final turn. Can he do it here tonight? He'll make his way to the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. Cummins right to the middle this time. 2 to go. White flag coming next time. At the line that time, it's going to be Briggs Danner. Difference 0.012 seconds. Briggs Danner now secures it out of the back straightaway. Cummins bounces her off of the cushion, loses ground. Lap coat about to fly in this one. One final trip around on night number 1 of the SmackDown. Danner protects the bottom. Cummins throws her in a little bit wide, tries to bring it down and find some moisture. Drag race onto the back straightaway. They'll make their way into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag going to come out. Night number 1 of the Sprint Car SmackDown belongs to Briggs Danner.
The momentum continues to build. The speed continues to build for the driver, the number 19, here in the 2025 season. And tonight, it's going to pay off in his 101st feature start with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. He'll come around to victory. Hayden Reinbold.
The Avanto in Azores number 86 leads the way. Snyder right there watching, looking for an angle to try to get a run. He's going to look to the inside of 3. Can't bring the momentum around to the exit to number 4. Dason Pursley trying to keep the wins going here with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Comes around to the wave of the white flag and 1 to go.
Pursley through 1 and 2, looking good. Brian Holbert bring us home down the back straightaway.
Off into turns 3 and 4. The right rear shock plays nothing into this one. Checkered flag is out. Dason Pursley wins the Hangtown 100. Off of turn number 4, 2 to go. This time, Kevin Thomas back into the mix here in Amarillo. Kevin Thomas down to the inside, up across the racetrack. Swanson going to beat him to the punch onto the back straightaway between the wall and the Hoosiers here as they work into turns 3 and 4. White flag coming this time. Kevin Thomas Jr. misses the line a little bit in turns 3 and 4. Jake Swanson works by the solar car. He has to go down to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Kevin Thomas able to go to the outside. Candy closing up to the back straightaway. They'll find turns 3 and 4 one more time. And for the first time in Amarillo, Texas, the drag race down to the checkered flag. And he is back in victory lane. Jake Swanson gets the job done here tonight. They'll come off of turn number 4 this time to 2 to go. Not able to clear Grant, and that has allowed Cannon McIntosh to close from over a second now to 4/10. As we work off into turns 3 and 4, this time white flag coming out. Final trip around here in prelim competition at Jefferson County. Cannon closes up within a few car lengths now. Going to adjust his line down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. Final 2 turns. Can he get a run round to the checkered flag? It will be Gavin Miller winning the drag race to the checkered flag. Back into second. Traffic going to block the high side a little bit here as Danner was able to make up another 1/10 of a second. White flag set to come out. Here comes Briggs Danner. He's going to close quickly as they come around to the final trip here at Kokomo. Robert Ballou might have some company. They'll work into turns 1 and 2. Held up behind the 2B. Here comes the 39 down to the outside line as they work onto the back straightaway. Robert to the inside. Briggs Danner to the outside. For all the marbles at Kokomo, the drag race to the checkered flag. Briggs Danner going to get the job done. It's Danner at the line in 39. Wave of the white flag, a little misstep off of the cushion that time for C.J. Leary. He's going to slide himself this time in turns 1 and 2. The 19's got a massive run onto the back straightaway. We're going to duke it out one more time off into turns 3 and 4. The 21 to the bottom, slides up across the racetrack, molds off of the cushion, and at the line, C.J. Leary finally going to victory lane in 2020.
What's that? I know you will. About a minute. Okay, that's fine. Excellent. It was excellent. Okay. We're going to have a video, another video here. I think you told me. You give me the sign. Sit, go. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how about a round of applause for our servers who worked really hard there? We appreciate. You do a fabulous job here. That's why we come back year after year. Well, the next segment of the program is called the President's Address, and in this case, it's rightfully plural. So if you would turn your attention to the screen, we've got an address from Kevin Miller.
Hello from Uzbekistan. I have to be honest though, I feel like I've been sent to Siberia. But all kidding aside, I'm truly sorry I can't be there with you tonight. I'd give anything to be in that room, to look you in the eye, shake your hand, and say this in person because it comes right from my heart. To the entire USAC team, our staff, our officials, our volunteers, our partners, to the race teams, and the fans that stood with us year after year, thank you. You know, these past 17 years have been the most rewarding chapter of my professional life. I don't say that lightly because what we've built together wasn't easy. It took long days, late nights, hard conversations, tough weekends, a lot of belief. Belief in the mission, belief in each other, belief that USAC could do more, be more, matter more. When I think about where we came from, I don't think about the numbers, the schedules, how we grew, where we were. I think about people. I think about what we achieved as a team. We didn't just go run races. We built something lasting. We protected the USAC traditions while having the courage to modernize. And we left icons, real, tangible proof of what this team can do, like the new USAC building, the dirt track at IMS. Those aren't projects, they're landmarks. They're symbols of pride. They're statements that USAC belongs at the very center of American motorsports. There's a line I've always believed in. When you look past, you'll find your future. USAC's past is strong, gritty, authentic, built on trust and hard work, and the future is found in that same place, and the values that brought us here and the people who carry them forward. To the race teams, thank you for trusting us, pushing us, challenging us to be better. You bring the courage, the creativity, the commitment that makes USAC matter. To our fans, you're the heartbeat. You show up, you care, you argue about the calls we make, you tell stories to your kids, you keep it alive, and you remind us why it's all worth it. And to my team, you are what make USAC what it is today. And to those who've spent many, many years with me, love or hate me, I want to say a special thank you. Jason, Kirk, Spridge, Nikki, Richie, Lauren, none of this is possible without you. Not even close. You carried the load when it was heavy. You steadied the ship when things got rough. You protected the standard. You made me better. You made USAC better. I've been fortunate to have this seat, but I've never had the illusion that I did it alone. Everything we're proud of, every milestone, every improvement, every big swing we took happened because of the team standing beside me. So tonight, even from halfway around the world, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the trust you placed in me. Thank you for the hard work you put in. Thank you for believing in what USAC can be. And as you look ahead, I want to be close by and welcoming. I want to close by welcoming the next leader of this incredible organization, Casey Kohler. Casey, we're excited for you. We're behind you. We know that you're going to do great things at USAC. So USAC, it's in good hands. Thank you, USAC family. It's truly been the honor of my life.
All right. Well, very good. Well, indeed, as Kevin foreshadowed, someone like me who cares deeply about USAC and have for many years, it's really a pleasure for me to bring up here our new president and CEO, in part because this is a guy who revived the IRP Oval, which means so much to us, which told me right then he had a commitment to the kind of racing that is so near and dear to all of us. So please welcome, if you will, the president and CEO, Casey Kohler.
Thank you, Pat, and thank you, Kevin. I'd like to say thank you to Kevin. You know, obviously, Kevin spent a lot of time helping USAC through a number of the different challenges over the course of the years, but also helping refine the organization and put it on the path that it's on now. And I think it is, you know, for everybody in this room, may or may not know all the efforts that have gone into the various pieces of USAC that now help continue to support and allow us to reinvest into the circle track racing. So with that, I'd like to give a round of applause to Kevin Miller for all the efforts that he has to make sure that we've got a place to race for the future. So if you could join me with a round of applause. On behalf of the USAC organization, I'd also like to extend a huge congratulations to our championship teams, drivers, and families. Your sacrifice, your efforts, and your talents are certainly recognized to the championship trophies you'll hoist tonight. To the families, thank you for the dedication and support that you show our champions, their teams, and the sport. As we all know, none of this is possible without your contributions and efforts. To the USAC team, my sincere thank you to you and your families, which allow us to plan, execute hundreds of races and competitions across the country, and culminate in championship celebrations like we have this evening. The days are long, the miles may seem endless, yet you continue to show up and put the work into providing our members with a stage to race on. Thank you. Finally, as I embark on my journey with the United States Auto Club, I'm humbled to be surrounded by some of the most talented racers, no matter what type of vehicle or race or age that you may be. I look forward to positively contributing to the various types of racing that we all love, while also joining an incredibly talented team of individuals that make up USAC. Thank you all for your passion and your continued support of the United States Auto Club. Congratulations, champions, and cheers to a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. So tonight, as we begin a recognition of our regional series, just a reminder, all you drivers and entrants, throughout the night, when you hear your name called, please proceed to the center of the stage and remain on stage at this time. Let's have a round of applause for Christy, who's just made it on. So USAC's regional sprint and midget span, need some light here. I'm an old man. Thank you. Throughout the night, when you hear your name again come up, we appreciate that if you do, so we reset here. Anyway, the sprint car midget division span coast to coast with 8 different states, hosting a total of 61 events in 2025, a pair of first-time titleists and a duo from each of the coasts who return to the stage again tonight. Our Midwest Thunder Speed 2 midget champion. Originally, he assumed his hopes and dreams for a championship were dashed. Why? Because he had planned on a family vacation and thought that he would miss the final 3 races of the season. However, Mother Nature came to the rescue for one weekend. The following weekend, in a series of planes, trains, and automobiles, he got back from a cruise in Florida to Indiana's Montpelier Speedway. The single victory at Millstream and 11 top 10s, 11 starts. He's the first-time USAC Midwest Thunder Speed 2 midget champion. He comes to, close to my hometown, Olathe, Kansas. It's Tyler Nelson. All right, we bring Tyler up. We'll bring him up center stage. Our Avante Windows and Doors Western States Midget Champion driver is Caden Cirali. Not here tonight, but do want to point out that his team sort of record-breaking 6 championship series. That's 6-8 motorsports. I mean, Caden was outstanding right from the beginning. He had 3 victories at Santa Maria, Ventura, and Plaza Park, leading a series high 114 laps in his own number 32. We do want to welcome Melissa Young, who spent the past season as the USAC Western States Midget Director. We truly appreciate all your hard work and dedication to this series. Let's hear it for Melissa. Also with us, our East Coast champion, Stephen Dravicki. Once again, the top stud on the East Coast belongs to this racing veteran. This year he won 3 times at Delaware International, Port Royal, and Williams Grove. He led 73 laps while snagging 11 top 5s and 13 starts. That's another championship for this guy who's done such a great job. Let's hear it for him. That is Stephen Dravicki from Reading, Pennsylvania. And our Avante Windows and Doors USAC CRA champion is RJ Johnson, and the champion of that division is Petty Performance Racing. A pair of victories in successive fashion at Paris, coupled with 6 qualifying times, made this driver just the 3rd back-to-back champion in USAC CRA 22 series history, following Mike Spencer and Damian Gardner. Impressively, consecutive titles have come with 2 different teams. So ladies and gentlemen, Petty Performance Racing and champion RJ Johnson. Let's hear it for our regional champions.
So we'll go ahead and have a word with Tyler Nelson first, who was your Speed 2 Midget champion this year. First series champion from Ohio, first season win in June, or first series win in June, and then obviously picking up the championship. Was this season sort of with the stars aligning, the perfect mix of luck, talent, and hard work, all of that going together?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the way the schedule fell and everything, I thought I was going to miss the last 3. I was really happy with a series of rainouts that one fell in our favor so we could pick up the championship.
Let's hear it for Tyler Nelson. And Stephen Dravicki picking up that East Coast Sprint Car Championship, and I think it was 11 top 10s and 13 starts or something like that. How crucial was consistency to your success this season?
It was a huge deal to be consistent but also have speed and pick up some wins along the way. So really a good season for the East Coast. Happy with how our season went. Congrats to all the other champions that are here. It's an honor to represent the East Coast out here again this year, and looking forward to the rest of the night.
Lovely to have Stephen Dravicki representing the East Coast here for us tonight. And of course, RJ Johnson picking up CRA championship back-to-back for RJ Johnson. What set this season apart for you and your team?
I don't know. It's just, it goes back to Jerry and Bev giving us everything we need. It's incredible to have the kind of support I had all year long. It played out really well.
Back-to-back series champions with a CRA series for RJ Johnson and his Petty Performance Racing team this year.
Let's get them up front. Also for a photo, Jerry, if you can come up, Jerry Petty. A round of applause for Jerry.
You're not getting out of this unscathed. I have one for you, too. Coast-to-coast dominance this year for Petty Performance Racing. How do you juggle that oversight with so much going on between your personal life, your business, and then race teams all across the country?
You know, it's not about me at all. It's about these guys at the table and the drivers and the crews, Cameron and Drake and Casey and RJ. I mean, RJ is a crew chief. He's a tire buster. He does everything on that West Coast team. And he's the hardest working guy I know. And then Kyle's got such an outstanding team put together here on the East Coast or here in Indiana. So it's about them. I just give them the tools and they get her done.
Well, that's not the last you're going to hear from Jerry Petty this evening with Petty Performance Racing. Of course, him and RJ Johnson picking up that CRA championship this year.
Thank you very much. I think we'll see a little bit more of Jerry over the course of the night, trust me. The next award is one that's very important to me personally, as many of you know, and that's the Dick Jordan Award of Excellence. I mean, Dick Jordan was one of my personal friends. He's one of my mentors. He's a guy that had just a great deal of influence on my career. And there's very few people who cared more about the United States Auto Club than Dick Jordan. You can write that down. I mean, the guy lived, slept, and drank USAC. It meant so much to him. And, you know, we could all tell Dick Jordan stories, but his integrity was just par excellence. And the person we're recognizing this year knew Dick very well, worked well with Dick, understood him, and had the same values and drive. The same understanding that rules are to be followed. There are procedures. There's things called professionalism that have to be a part of the sport. This person has been giving to the sport really their entire life. And that includes things like participation and involvement with USAC Race Aid. It means things like involvement with the Indy 500 Old Timers. It means things like the stewardship of the National Midget Auto Racing Hall of Fame, where she in fact is the very first, and I still believe only woman inductee in the National Midget Hall of Fame. The Dick Jordan Award winner is Barbara Hillier. Now she'll know I asked why she was here. That's what it's about. Come here, Barb. No, not again. No. Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, it means a lot to me because of Dick and how long we must have worked 50-some years together, so yeah.
But you understood. I mean, some people would say, my gosh, why is he so, persistent on, you can't do that. You can't switch that car number. You can't go in that race with that, right? Because he understood there was only one way to be equitable, and that is to follow your rule book. And that meant a lot to him, and I know it's always meant a lot to you.
Yeah, to be fair. Fair is the only thing that counts.
Yeah, so did you hear what I said? Only woman in the National Midget Hall of Fame, leads the old timers, Indy 500 old timers, deeply involved with USAC Race Aid, literally with her family. This is a lifelong dream. This is someone who deserves this award. Let's hear it for Barb Hillier. Well, next we will meet some people who have not been in the sport 50 years, trust me. So we'll bring to the stage Ben McFarland and Jerry Petty to the stage for some recognition of our NASCAR Youth Series.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Pat. 2025 has been a busy year for us, and I'm honored to celebrate the NASCAR Youth Series national champions here tonight. So I'm going to call them up one by one, and they'll stand here for a picture, and then we'll introduce Jerry and get with the Petty Edge program. So Edison Carter. Lucas Coulter. Trevor Jones. Rue Reeves. Brody Sullivan. Tristan Bierman. Mila Gregory. Jackson Cates, Avery McMillan, Caleb Mertz, Jordan Miller, Ty Schaefer, Owen Starnagel, Wyatt Zinn, Liam Ballard, Kelby Island, Nash Greenfield, Kedron Super K, and Easton Loomis.
Legends in racing all start somewhere. The Petty Performance Edge was created to give young drivers a rare, real shot. Not based on money or connections, but on character, work ethic, and is everything. And for young racers across America, the PPR Edge became that opportunity. Out of 140 applicants across the country, 40 young drivers were selected to compete. When the top 20 got announced at the BC 39, it was a core memory for real. Like, this was a remember forever kind of day. Then the top 10 got picked in St. Louis, and everybody got brand new fire suits. And honestly, we were looking clean. By the end of the season, the Final Four got invited to Millbridge. That was the boss level.
That right there was the highlight of my year, I got to tell you, the Petty Performance Edge and meeting all these kids. One thing that was quite obvious to me as I was when I met the top, was it 20, Ben, in Indiana, top 20 in Indiana, it was very obvious that the parents were first class as well. So kudos to all you parents of these children. You've done a great job. And then secondly, we make it more important, these kids, good grades, community service, church, thumb up from mom and dad, they're just good kids. That's part of the program, and we make racing about 5th or 6th on the list, and that's what I'm very proud of on this program. There are, just so the kids know, there's some rule changes next year. One of them is, when we were in Indianapolis, Ben, not one of them knew my drivers. Not one of the kids knew my drivers, so that will be a rule next year in the test. You will have to know the Petty Performance drivers. And the second rule is, when these kids are standing in the winner's circle at Daytona or Indy, they got to let me across the yellow tape and give me a hug. So those are the two rules that change next year. And in closing, I was just the front man for this. I got with Kevin Miller. We're talking about, I got the parents teach them young, go up there and ask Mr. Petty for a sponsorship, at all these tracks, and I'm so easy, I do it. And by the way, my wife, she'll watch when Kyle races on TV, and she'll watch with RJ races on TV. She don't watch nothing else, but make sure you let me know when the kids are on TV, in the commercials. So she really liked this program as well, Beverly. She's at home with her sick mother-in-law, but my sick mother-in-law, her mom, but as the front man, I did really nothing. This gentleman standing next to me, Ben McFarland, he did it all. So can we give Ben a great big hand? I mean, he took such great care of these kids, and this is his program. I'm just helping. Thank you.
Well, we can't thank Jerry Petty enough for getting this program. Jerry, if you'll stay on stage and we'll get one last photo, I'd like to introduce Riker Sumner and Leighton Rose to the stage. These two young gentlemen, Riker will be in a junior sprint for the Tulsa Shootout in the CB Industries car, and then Leighton Rose will be in a restricted micro. So we're super excited for that and looking forward to it.
Thank you. And good. Chad, thank you for all your help. Appreciate it.
Good. All righty. Thank you very much. The future of our sport right there. Charlie Leffler, is Charlie here? Charlie can come to the stage, please, at this time. Let's give Charlie a round of applause. Good to have him with us. Hi, Charlie. Very important award for us to watch this guy race, and one of the great champions of our sport, the Jason Leffler Award, to some special people. For more than 3 decades, their Moose-mobile was a familiar sight up and down the West Coast. In recent years, they've kept on racing as they made the journey to the Midwest. Determined and perseverance drive them, and racing is in their blood. So much so that their first date was at a racetrack. With their friendly demeanor and the best cookies in the pits, they are always among the main attractions at the racetrack. This past July, they realized a dream when Chase Stockin drove their car to its first USAC National Sprint Car victory at the Terre Haute Action Track. Among their peers, this is undoubtedly the most popular USAC victory in a very long time. Fittingly, Chase was the recipient of this award back in 2019, and tonight, this husband and wife will add their name in recognition of the intense appreciation of the sport, their professionalism, and their outstanding representation of USAC. The 2025 Jason Leffler Award goes to Tom and Lori Sertich, or the Mooses, as we call them. Here. Oh, there they are. And they are avid supporters of USAC racing, which I appreciate greatly. Front and center there, folks. You're good-looking people. Yeah.
And so as Pat mentioned, Tom and Lori Sertich have been doing this together for nearly 30 years, and the way that things have progressed, Tom, up until this point, and all the work and all the dedication, all the perseverance that has gone into this race team for so many years, what has the progression looked like to 2025?
Chase is amazing. He made us look good. Lori and I did not think we were getting something like this, but I just want to say all the competitors, the sponsors of USAC have made it very easy for us to race this year. We were going to do like 20 races with Chase and see how things felt, and everybody welcomed us in the pits, the officials, the sponsors, the competitors, and it's been a dream season for us, and thank you all for very much.
And Lori, years and years of racing, what have some of the most special moments been so far, and have some of those been realized in 2025?
They've all been realized in 25. We've pretty much given everything we've ever had to racing, and that goes back to, well, 1992, thus the number of the car. And everything we've pretty much sacrificed just to keep a car on a track. And then coming here and actually being competitive with the national guys was something we never ever imagined would happen, at least in the first year. But here we are, and we really thank you guys for welcoming us, and we hope to be with you in 2026.
Well, boy, are we glad you're here. Tom and Lori Sertich, a really special year for them and their team.
Congratulations, folks. Well deserved. Oh, those are great moments. Every banquet, we highlight just a broad array of things that the United States Auto Club is involved in. A lot of people really don't understand just how deep this organization is, and its breadth is relatively amazing. And so in this segment, we're going to recognize the International Snowmobile Racing Driver of the Year. And Todd Achterberg, if you could make your way to the stage, please, we'd appreciate it. The man we honor tonight is anything but ordinary. Raised in rural Sweden, he dreamed of one day racing in the United States against the sport's best. In time, not only did he get the chance to race the best, he got to beat the best. He made an immediate impression on the sport upon his arrival, and this year, he raised the bar even higher. This season, he successfully defended his pro class title on the Amsoil Championship Snowcross National Tour, collecting 8 wins and 12 podiums in the 2024-25 season alone. He's your 2025 International Snowmobile Racer of the Year. He's Emil Haar, and we are delighted to recognize him tonight. I believe we have a video.
Well, welcome to everybody here and also to the folks in Indianapolis. I'm here today to present this prestigious award.
We're working on our 10th year now with USAC, and it's been really exciting. I met Kevin, he hooked us up, and I'll tell you, racing is racing. When you look at Emo, he's one of the best athletes that we have in the game, but these guys all go to races all summer long. I'm a big dirt track fan, you know. So I come down here every year and run, and it's just exciting to be part of it. But the other thing is that racing is racing, and whether I learned this through the off-road racing that I helped USAC with, is that it doesn't matter who they are. A racer's a racer, right. And it's exciting. And I'll tell you, to have USAC backing you and backing us through the snowmobile end of it is amazing, and it's a lot of it. I'm going to give Kevin a lot of credit tonight because he had vision, and he helped out somewhere where it probably was going to die. We're working on our 43rd year now with ISR, and I know a lot of you guys don't like the rules, but at the end of the day, it keeps it from a good old boy system. Okay, you're at the highest level of racing right here, and it's not a good old boy system. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Appreciate it. Next up is a new award. That's the Lee Kunzman True Grit Award. Jane Frankowiak, if you could please make your way to the stage, please. Courage, passion, perseverance. These are some of the attributes that define the word grit. It's the strength of a person's character that shines through when faced with overcoming dire obstacles. Lee Kunzman went face-to-face with many hurdles, but through it all, he determined that none of it was going to stand in his way. This year, the inaugural Lee Kunzman True Grit Award is being presented. Lee was without a doubt one of the toughest guys, and there's no more deserving recipient of this award tonight than a man who defied the odds to race again this year, but to keep on winning in the face of pain and adversity. Turn your attention, please, to the video.
All right, we're going to continue our Tough Guy series, and this guy's the toughest of the tough in my book. If you were a USAC fan in the 60s and 70s, you know who he is, Lee Kunzman. If you're a race fan in the last 30 years, you knew he was the team manager in Helmelgarn Racing. But to watch this guy race in the early 70s in a sprint car or a midget was pretty much a thing of beauty. This guy, Lee, was one of the up-and-coming stars. Won his very first USAC midget race, was fast at Salem and Winchester right off the bat. Here he is after winning the Astrodome midget race. Sky was the limit. Where was this guy going to be? Here he is in Doc Duns' car after winning a feature. 1970, he's running a sprint car in Odessa, Missouri. The throttle sticks. He goes out of the ballpark, gets caught up in the fence, breaks his neck, his arm, his wrist, gets horribly burned. And here he is after this is after his plastic surgery, and you can see that he certainly had some horrible burns around the face and the eyes. But the great thing about Kunzman was that spirit. So he gets burned and gets hurt really bad in June of 1970. In June of 1971, he decides he's ready to come back to USAC. But USAC says, no, you're not ready. You're still rehabbing. You're not walking. Your left arm's almost useless because it's still so weak. You look like the Phantom of the Opera in the face because your burns haven't healed. So they declined to give him a license. Well, Koonsman borrows a helmet from Chuck Gurney, qualifies his midget, and of course, in typical Cinderella fashion, wins the feature. Yep, wins his first race back a year after being almost killed in the sprint car. The great story is, after he takes a checkered flag, he's so weak, he can't get the car out of gear and almost runs over a USAC official at the start-finish line. He's so weak, he can't get his helmet off, so 2 or 3 guys pry his helmet off, and the USAC officials are standing there with, their mouths drop open, because the guy they wouldn't give a license to has just won the feature. Obviously, he got his license. Koonsman's own words were, "I was quite a sight to see." He said, "My eyes were all bugged out because my eyebrows were gone and my eyes were open all the time anyway because of the way the scar tissue was healing. I had no nose and my lip was hanging off." He said, "But it sure felt good to be back in victory lane." Typical Koonsman, he starts winning midget and sprint car races again. Gets a couple Indy rides. Not real good Indy rides, but middle of the Packers. And then in 1974, he finally gets a break. He's driving for Bob Fletcher's Cobra Firestone team. One of the best cars. It's a Dan Gurney Eagle. Koonsman's in the front row at Texas with Mario Andretti, and we're thinking, the guy's finally going to make it where he's finally at the top where he should be in an Indy car, and he is going to kick everybody's butt. Well, December of 1974, he's tire tested at Ontario Motor Speedway. Something breaks, he crashes, he dies. They have to bring him back to life. He's in and out of the hospital and rehab center for a year and a half, learning how to walk and talk and read and write again. And we figured, he's lucky to be alive, we'll never see him in a race car again. Wrong. He's back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think he finished 7th in 1977, and not a very good car. In 1979, he almost wins the Atlanta race against Johnny Rutherford and Rick Mears, going 200 miles an hour, finished second by about a half a car length. He tried to make Indy one more time in the early 80s, didn't, became team manager for Ron Himmelgarn. Through all the things that have happened to Lee Koonsman, I've never heard him bitch or complain about his bad luck or what would have happened if this would have happened, if I'd have just got a break like this guy. He's never complained. He's never feel sorry for himself. He's such a class act, and he's such a fun guy, and he's always making fun of himself, saying, I'm a crispy critter, just like Rick Gowdy and Merle Bettenhausen, the original Crispy Critter group. And every now and then we'll talk about it's Pancho Carter and Steve Stapp and Merle Bettenhausen and Gary Irvin and Steve Chassie and Bubby Jones and Tim Coffey and all the boys at lunch. We're always talking about the good old days. And every now and then Koonsman will talk about himself if you prompt him. Yeah, I wasn't bad in a sprint car. I had some success. But he'll never. He's just so humble. But I can tell you this: he's in the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. But if there was a People Hall of Fame, he'd get my vote because he's the toughest of the tough.
Well, he certainly was. And the inaugural winner of the Lee Koonsman True Grit Award did something this year that I sent some texts and said, I really can't believe what I've just seen. Justin Grant.
Well, I said it after he drove his 410 non-wing sprint car to the front in victory lane of a 40-lap, $30,000 to win race at Kokomo Speedway, put himself in victory lane less than a month after a broken foot injury at Lawrenceburg Speedway during Indiana Sprint Week. They just don't make them like this guy anymore. And Justin Grant, I think you said it early in those days when the foot was hurting and things were really fresh that you didn't know if you could do it. What did you learn about yourself this year?
Well, all I did was break my foot. I didn't go through half of what Lee went through or any of them guys. And I was really fortunate. One of the few young guys got to go to a lot of those lunches at Charlie Brown's with Lee and Bubby and Robin and Benthausen and listen to their stories. And, it was a dream come true to sit at lunch with those guys. And all I wanted to do, my whole, if I could ever have any dream in racing, it was to sit amongst those guys as an equal. And maybe this year I got a little bit of a chance to do that. And so for that, I'm grateful I broke my foot. I'm grateful I got to overcome a little bit. And I'm grateful that I got to maybe consider myself one of them guys.
And Gene Frankowiak presenting this Lee Koonsman True Grit Award. What compels you about Justin Grant this year to present this award in Lee Koonsman's name?
Well, Lee Koonsman was one tough guy. He came here from Iowa with a suitcase and a helmet bag and not much else. And he managed to kick and scratch and carve out a career to greatness through the midgets and sprint cars and Indy cars. And Justin Grant has shown that same characteristic. He came here from California with a helmet bag and not much else. And, you know, he had some tough luck to start. He didn't go home. He worked through it. And he is one tough guy like Lee Koonsman was. And I can't think of a better guy to give this award to than Justin Grant.
He certainly sits amongst those names today. That's Justin Grant and Gene Frankowiak, tonight's Lee Koonsman True Grit Award winner.
Our next award is the Race Organizer of the Year Award. When the chips are down, this man steps up. When faced with the Central Valley Monsoon in 2024, he never gave in and got the track in shape not only for one USAC midget show, but he stepped up and added a different show on the same day. When another track canceled this November on a short notice, he added a second night to the USAC National Midget Program. And despite adverse conditions the night before the event, when many would have thrown in the towel, he was on the grader getting the track ready. He doesn't do it for the glory. He does it to give the racers a place to race. I'd like Kurt Spridgen and Cody Swanson to join me on the stage, if they would, please, as we recognize our 2025 Race Organizer of the Year. He's from Merced Speedway, and that's Mr. Doug Lockwood.
And I think we've all seen the shows that the USAC Knob Energy Drink National Midget Series can put on at Merced Raceway. That, among just the true passion for the sport, what helps you dig a little bit deeper when times are especially tough like they were this November?
This year, I mean, obviously being the Chase Johnson race and seeing everything he's going through, just if he can do what he's doing in life, we can push through and get through it. It was a monsoon. It was 4 inches of rain, which is a lot for us in one weekend, but we pushed through and wanted to get the race in. Just got to thank my boss and Chase and Melissa and all the racers that pushed through at the track. It wasn't ideal, but we got 2 races in when we probably shouldn't have.
Doug Lockwood is your Race Organizer of the Year. He's from Merced Raceway.
Thank you very much. Next up, our Parallax Group Passing Master Award. Can we have Joe and Shelley Brandon to the stage, please? Give a round of applause, one of our great supporters. It's a new record for this driver who passed 242 cars in feature events throughout the season across all 3 USAC national divisions, surpassing the former single season record of 230 set by Justin Grant in 2021. He did his work in 60 feature starts, passing an average of more than 4 cars per start. In fact, he was a Rod End Supply hard charger 10 times, and no other driver had more than 4. And also, we'd like to thank our friends at Rod End Supplies for joining us here tonight as well. The best of the bunch was a 23rd to 5th run in a sprint car in April at Lincoln Park Speedway. It's super special to have him here today. In 2025, he's the USAC National Parallax Group Passing Master Champion from Collinsville, Oklahoma. Let's hear it for Cale Drake.
So Cale Drake picking up the Parallax Passing Master Award in 2025, having to work your way through a lot of fields throughout the course of the 2025 season, passing a lot of really good cars while you did it. How have all of those races shaped the kind of driver you are today?
Yeah, I think it's just a true testament to my teams for believing in me and giving me a race car to go do that. Without any of them, none of this would be possible, and of course my family for supporting me when times seemed tough. But yeah, just super grateful for the opportunity to race and do what I love most, and even doing it from the back, I still enjoy it all the time.
Cale Drake is your Parallax Passing Master for 2025. Joe and Shelly Brandon, who represent Parallax, presenting this award. And of course, you guys recognize one of the most coveted parts of any form of non-wing racing, and that is passing. We all love to see it. How exciting is it to watch this unfold over the season?
Oh, it's great. I'm sure he'd have liked to finish up front, but that was a little consolation prize for passing. So it's a great, we're glad to take over for Buck Rice. He'd done this forever. And it's an honor, so we're glad to be here.
Joe and Shelly Brandon with the Parallax Group represent that Passing Master Award for the 2025 season.
Thank you very much. Those of you who have been a part of USAC for a long time probably remember a time when we have a most improved driver for all 3 national series. But in recent years, we've given one most improved driver, which makes this award even more impressive. And the thing about this driver is this, in my opinion, and I watched it. He dove in the deep end right at the beginning of his career, right into the deep end, and took his knocks and learned his craft and worked hard to earn an award like this. This driver improved by leaps and bounds throughout the 2025 season. In his 6th year of USAC National Midget Racing, he surpassed his total combined output from the first 5 seasons in a single season. He became a first-time winner in September at Eldora in what is 101st career start. Occurred on the very same night, he also earned his first fast qualifying time. On the USAC National Sprint Car front, he clicked off 5 top 5s with the best finish of 2nd at Lincoln Park. He's the first Arizonan to be named USAC's most improved driver since Jerry Coons Jr. in 2001. This year, it's Gilbert, Arizona's Hayden Reinbold.
Of course, we've watched Hayden Reinbold and his Reinbold Underwood Motorsports team hit a lot of milestones this year. And for Hayden, the progress you've made in both the USAC Sprint Car and the USAC Midget competition over the course of the 2025 season, how has this shaped the way that you perceive yourself, the way that you perceive your team, and the way that you perceive the future for yourself?
Yeah, it was just, I had a lot of fun this year. It was very up and down, but a lot of fun, and I can't thank my dad and mom, of course, for not funding the whole operation, but giving me a chance and all the brothers a chance and Mitchell a chance to make money and, playing with race cars. So it was a lot of fun, and also Jerry Petty, of course, helping us a lot, and not only us, but the sport and the kids, and just a very awesome guy, so yeah.
Hayden Reinbold, your national most improved driver for all 3 USAC National Series.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank Andy Reinbold and Jerry Petty for their support of the USAC Hall of Fame. We'll make that announcement here soon. They've been a very important part of our program. Next up, we have our National Rookies of the Year. I'll bring you all up at a time, so when you come up, please get on center stage and you'll have an interview with Christy. Our National Sprint Car Rookie of the Year was the closest Rookie of the Year battle in USAC Sprint Car history. This driver collected a pair of top 5 finishes and a best result of 5th at Knoxville and Circle City to finish 10th in the overall standing. At the age of 16, became the 3rd youngest top rookie in series history. Over the past calendar year, he's been the Hoosier Auto Racing fans' Power Ride Midget and Chili Bowl Rookie of the Year. Now he's the USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car Max Pappas Innovations Rookie of the Year in 2025 by a mere 4-point margin over Hayden Reinbold. From Columbus, Indiana, it's Gunnar Setzer. As Gunnar makes his way up, we'll note that the Bob Stroud National Midget Rookie of the Year for the past 70 years of USAC competition, racers from Maryland have been few and far between. In 2025, this driver waved the Maryland flag proudly by ranking 8th in series points after accruing 6 top 5s in 23 starts, finishing a best of 2nd during the Kokomo Grand Prix and at Placerville's Hangtown 100. Furthermore, he led 6 laps at Eldora's 4 Crown Nationals and added a fast qualifying time at Merced. He's the first driver from the old line state to appear in the USAC National Midget Standings, and now he's the first driver from the state to earn USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Max Pappas Innovations Rookie of the Year. It's Steven Snyder Jr. And our Silver Crown Rookie of the Year, focusing solely on asphalt, this pavement specialist started 6 races in 2025 en route to a 19th place finish in the overall series standings. In doing so, he became the first Bay Stater to collect a top rookie distinction in any of USAC's 3 national divisions. He's also the first pavement-only competitor to corral the champ's Rookie of the Year award since Derek Bishak in 2019. His 5th place run during the Hoosier 100 IRP was the best among all series rookies on the trail, and he got it done after climbing 11 spots from 16th place in the starting position. He knows IRP very well. Hailing from Midway, Massachusetts, USAC Silver Crown Matt Pappas Innovations Rookie of the Year is Jake Traynor, 2-time Little 500 winner, I might add.
So Gunnar Setzer picking up your Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Rookie of the Year award, and Pat mentioned it. It was one of the closest and most riveting Rookie of the Year races we've seen in recent history. How would you describe yourself now at the end of the year compared to yourself in February of this year?
Yeah, I definitely think the team improved and I improved, and it wouldn't all be possible without Rick Russell at MTM and Davis Brothers, Superior Ag A&N Transport, King Racing Products, Amsoil, Kent and Brian for giving me the opportunity, and DJ and my dad and everyone helping out, my mom and everyone back at home. I definitely think we improved, and I think if we get the shot to do it next year, we'll definitely be a lot better.
Gunnar Setzer, your Rookie of the Year for the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Series. Steven Snyder Jr. picking up your USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series Rookie of the Year award. Moving up through the micro ranks, do you feel like you found a home in midget racing?
First off, big thanks to Lacey, Matt E-Step, Dave E-Step, and Joe. He's back home watching. Hats off to the team. We worked our butts off. I'm super grateful for them. No, it's definitely really fun running these things. Coming from, micros and a little bit of sprint cars back home, it's just a different scenery. These things are something unique, and they're a blast to drive. So I just hats off to them, and glad we got some hardware.
Got some hardware to take home. That's Steven Snyder Jr. and Jake Traynor are going to pick up the USAC Silver Crown Rookie of the Year award. Tough competitors, tough races, tough race tracks. Is this a series that helps really round out your skill set?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just truly grateful to be honored on a night like this and in front of all these great people in the competition in the Silver Crown Series. It was truly a tough year, and I'm just really grateful for Bob and Janice East and Terry Clapp for giving me the opportunity. Coming from Massachusetts, it's really special to be standing up here in front of all these great people.
A tough year, but that's Silver Crown racing for you. That's Jake Traynor. He is your USAC Silver Crown Series Rookie of the Year for 2025.
Thank you, Christy. We'll now bring up our 3rd place national drivers and entrants for all 3 national classes. Again, please come to the stage and hold your positions as we begin to recognize you. Our NOS Energy Drink National Midget 3rd place driver is Kevin Thomas Jr. Our national midget entrant is 4 Kings Racing. He equaled his career best finish in USAC National Midget standings a full decade after finishing 3rd in 2015. He tied Cannon McIntosh for the series lead with 19 top 10s and ranked among the top echelon of the series with 10 top 5s. His best performances came via 4 runner-up finishes at Circle City, Bloomington, and twice at Eldora. He also accrued the most heat race victories of the season, amassing 8. Your 3rd place USAC National Midget Driver of the Year is Coleman, Alabama's Kevin Thomas Jr. The 3rd place USAC National Midget entrant is newcomer to USAC, but quickly an instant contender. That's Battle Creek, Michigan's 4 King Racing. Our Silver Crown 3rd place winner, also entrant 4 Kings Racing. Nearly a quarter century after his series debut, this veteran wheelman finished a career best 3rd in the 2025 Champ Car standings. Starting all 13 events, He compiled a pair of top 5 finishes, including a 4th at Salt City and a runner-up finish on the Springfield Mile at the Illinois State Fairgrounds, leading the opening 8 laps of the 100-miler. He was also the only driver to score a front-row starting spot for both of the mile races in 2025. Your third-place USAC Silver Crown entrant is Four Counts Racing. Your third-place driver is Pleasant Hill, Ohio's Matt Westfall. And our AMSOIL National Sprint Car third-place driver and entrant is Abacus Racing. With 9 triumphs to his credit in 2025, he captured some of the most lucrative events on the schedule, including $10,000 at Volusia and Red Hill, another $20,000 at Tri-State's Hofstad Hustler, $30,000 at Lawrenceburg's Fall Nationals, and more than $52,000 in the season-ending Western World Championship at Central Arizona, in which he swept both nights. He also added scores at Lincoln Park, Lawrenceburg, and Bloomington during the summer months. He ranked first among all drivers with 249 feature laps led. At the conclusion of the year, this combo finished third in the USAC AMSOIL National Sprint Car ratings. The entrant is Abacus Racing, the driver from Sutter, California, Logan CV.
Yeah, we got a lot going on up here. We'll go ahead and get started with your third place in the National Midget Series, Kevin Thomas Jr., your first run at a full midget schedule in quite a long time, landed third on the podium. What were some of the goals that you and your team set out for yourself this year?
Just being here was one of them. Obviously, we would like to, have back a couple races, but all in all, from what we started with last year, right at the end of the year to, what it's become now is nothing, short of just showing what these guys really work hard for. So it's much appreciated. Rex up here, the other car owner, Fred, he's sitting down over there, but they put in a lot of effort and a lot of, thought process into what we wanted and what we wanted to build. And, they left me, I don't know that I would have done that, but they trusted me in a lot of the things that it took to get to this point. And, I'm very appreciative to that. And, I'm just looking forward to the next year.
Kevin Thomas Jr. third with the USAC Nauson Drink National Midget Series in 2025, and Matt Westfall third for the Silver Crown Series, 2 of a kind with Four Kings Racing here for these two guys. And Matt, you transitioned from nearly full-time sprint car racing to a run at a Silver Crown Championship alongside a crew chief role for the USAC Nauson Drink National Midget Series. What has this transition been like?
It's been fun. I mean, we got a lot going on at the shop with the Silver Crown sprint car, midgets. But now, if it wouldn't be for Dad and Jake at the shop and Rex and Fred for giving us all the good equipment, this couldn't be possible, so I just got to thank them.
Matt Westfall third with the USAC Silver Crown Series, and I just mentioned both himself and Kevin Thomas Jr. with Four Kings Racing, so Rex Turner going to represent those guys up here. And for a team that you've been expanding on over the last several years, what does it say about the progress you guys have made to have 2 guys in third across 2 different series?
Jerry said it best earlier, right? I don't do anything. Fred doesn't do anything. We provide him the tools. It's Matt, it's KT, it's JB, it's Matt's dad. They do all the work, right? I mean, we're up here, we smile, take pictures, we give them the tools. It's about people, right? You get the right people in place and things are possible. And I just want to say, thanks to USAC for giving us a platform to do this. Congratulations to Cannon, to Kyle, to Justin on their championships. Hopefully next year we can, be a couple spots better, so.
Rex Turner and Four Kings Racing take up 2 of the 3 spots across USAC National Division third place series championships, and Logan CV comes home third with the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Series. Logan's been in this position before. He's been up on this stage, but one thing looks significantly different for you this year. It was that you had a baby in tow all year long. What was life like on the road with a newborn?
Oh, it was fun. It was a huge change of pace for sure, and just trying to figure out how to get up and down the road. It took a lot more planning, so I'm thankful for Kinley for doing most of it. Honestly, I luckily just got to really kind of just obviously helped as much as I could, but tried to still focus on as much as I can on doing my job, because there's still bills to be paid and things to do, and people to race for, and car owners to keep happy. So yeah, it's a lot to juggle. Changes pretty much everything in life for us, and yeah, especially with traveling. So yeah, thankful for Kinley for doing most of the heavy lifting on that part, and yeah, I did as much as I could. But just want to thank everyone with Abacus for getting me here, Kirk and Danny for all the hard work and all the time spent away from friends and family back home. So we all sacrificed a lot for this, and nobody sacrifices more for me than those guys right there. So yeah, them and of course with Brent and his family, John and his family, Ken Gaz, the entire Harvey family. I'm not sure if they're watching tonight or not, but hopefully they are, and they've done a lot for us this whole year. I'm sure the first half of the year was a little bit of a struggle after coming on board to start the year after the year we had last year, expecting a lot, and we didn't deliver much for a while. So thankful they stuck with us for the whole season, and we were able to win some big ones there at the end of the year. So yeah, looking forward to where the future of USAC is going, and everything that they've got working right now is going really good, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Logan Seavey, third on the podium this year with the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship, and Brent Cox with Abacus Racing here to chat about that a little bit as well. And of course, we're talking about third in points, right? But it seemed like when it mattered most, this team, yourself, Logan, they pulled through and picked up some of the biggest wins of the season, including the Western World. How special were some of those moments?
Oh, it was great. I mean, when you win some of the biggest races, guys like Jerry putting on a race like that, it's great to win and showcase what this team can do. We had our down times, as Logan mentioned, and we just never gave up. We kept at it all year and came up a little short, but when the competition is as good as it is in USAC, it's still a great success to be up here and finish third.
Brent Cox with Abacus Racing, again, himself and Logan Seavey and the rest of their Abacus Racing team rounding out third for your Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car podium.
Thank you very much. We move now to second place finishers. Same scenario. Drivers and entrants, please make your way forward. NOS Energy Drink National Midget second place driver was Justin Grant, and the national entrant was CB Industries. Led the points longer than any driver on the circuit, topping the standings for 12 races throughout the first half of the season. To go along with third fast qualifying times, he won 3 times, including April's Kokomo Grand Prix. He won again at his next outing at Kansas' Belleville short track, then scored an opening night win in the BC 39 at the dirt track at IMS en route to a runner-up finish in the points for the third time in his career after doing so in 2022 and 2023. This year's second place USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget entrant is CB's Industries, and the driver's Ione, California's Justin Grant. Silver Crown competition, our second place driver, CJ Leary. Our entrant, Team Arizona Petty Rossi Racing. He returned to the USAC Silver Crown victory lane in 2025, winning on the pavement in IRP for his first series win since 2022. This particular triumph was also the first for a DRC chassis on pavement since 2006. On Labor Day weekend, he and his crew took a dip in the infield at DeCoin State Fairgrounds. I really wouldn't do that, after both parties won their first ever race on a dirt mile. As for the driver and crew, it's their best career USAC Silver Crown points finish in what was this year's combo first year racing together. They're the runners-up for 2025. The entrant is Team Arizona Petty Rossi Racing, and the driver is Greenfield, Indiana's C.J. Leary. Now known as one of the luckiest men in America after last weekend, by the way. He finished a career best second in points, winning once by 21/100ths of a second over Kyle Cummins during September's fall brawl at Indiana's Paragon Speedway. The photo finish proved to be the closest finish of the USAC season. He also erased his 61-race winless streak in the series. Furthermore, this driver led all with 15 fast qualifying times, tying Kevin Thomas Jr.'s 2018 mark for the most quick times in a single series. His 22 top 5s and 41 top 10s were also personal best. Your second place driver, USAC Amsoil National Sprint Car entrant, is Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, and your second place driver from Raisin City, California, what a great year he had, Mitchell Moles.
So that's obviously not Mitchell Moles, but he's an essential part of the team, so we'll go ahead and give it up for them anyway. Justin Grant, we're going to start with him. He was second in USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget points. And Justin, this one just seems to be the most elusive. Is it one that you're going to keep working at until you get it?
Yeah, keep digging. This is, I think, as close as we've been. So, yeah, keep digging on it. This year was a lot of fun racing with Chad and everybody at CB Industries. Had a good time, even though we came up a little bit short there. But won a few races. We were in the hunt, and we'll regroup and try again next year.
About as in the hunt as you can be, and that was, of course, with Chad Boat and CB Industries as well. So Chad's going to make his way down here, hopefully. And Chad, each year CB Industries just continues to get more cars, get bigger, get stronger, and suddenly you're a midget racing super team. Do you have a pretty predictable model for what continuing to chase wins and championships, but also continuing to develop as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you have a team like KKM that you can kind of base your model off of, right? Like we're not racing a startup team, right? Keith's been around a long time. He's won a lot of races, and he's got a good notebook, and he's got good guys in Bo, and Cannon did an awesome job this year. So congratulations to those guys, and they deserve it. Cannon's been hunting it for a long time, and he did a good job this year. So we'll go back to the drawing board. I think there's a lot of things we learned and a lot of things we gained on, but we'll continue to go after those big wins. And the biggest thing to us is going out there and winning races, and if we can do that, usually the points fall in place. So we'll get back to the drawing board, and it's going to start at Chili Bowl, in a couple weeks, and we go out there and win that. That's going to springboard our season, and we'll go from there.
Chad Boat, CB Industries, and Justin Grant come home second with the USAC NOS and Drink National Midget Series, and CJ Leary brings it home second with the USAC Silver Crown Series. When you look back at the Silver Crown Series in 2025, a couple of highlights come to mind. Clicking things off of your bucket list, a win at the DeCoin Mile, a win at IRP, both come to mind. How did these successes in the first full season for Team AZ set the foundation for what's to come next?
Yeah, for sure. I can't thank the whole Burkhart family, Team Arizona. That whole family has helped us get through a lot this year, on and off the racetrack. Can't thank Jerry Petty enough for being on the side of a race car all year. He's made our job easy with giving us, like I said, giving us the right tools, and being able to win at IRP was huge for me. That place was really tough for me to overcome as a driver, and probably getting that mile win was honestly on top of the bucket list for a long time. And just Mike and Craig and Eric, just everybody that put in a lot of time and effort for us to come out here and compete. I wish we could have got a couple of those races back, had a couple part failures that I think we have cleaned up for next year. Joe Devon honestly built a fabulous 2 race cars for us and put in a lot of time and effort. Chris Phillips also there at DRC. Corey with Advanced Racing Shocks honestly got us tuned in on our pavement car really good. So just looking forward to next year with those guys. I think year 2 will come back a little bit stronger and maybe give Justin a run for his money.
And Mike Burkhart going to represent Team Arizona, Petty Rossi Racing, and a lot of firsts for yourself and this team this year. First full season with the USAC Silver Crown Series, first dirt mile win, first pavement win, first pavement DRC chassis of its kind to sit in victory lane. How did all of these factors come together to put together a successful season for you this year?
Well, first of all, the asphalt. So I just know as a dirt guy that you use it to get to the track, right? So there's an ownership group that's not here because Jerry Petty and Phil Rossi, they're also, we're kind of like a family of owners, I guess. But the guys at Joe and Chris at DRC, and along with Corey at Advance Shocks, and the knowledge that CJ's learned on the pavement over the years, and those guys, we're off running the dirt, and they're at the shop working on it. Of course, they built an unbelievable piece. And so all their efforts, along with our normal guys, with Craig and this little man, and Eric and Wendy, it's what it's all about, right? And sometimes doing the full sprint car season and then doing the dirt Silver Crown and then doing the asphalt pavement, that's a job. And I don't know how the 4 Crown guys do it, the 4 Kings do it. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot, but the help of everybody, it's what makes it work. And Justin, 91 team, congratulations. I told you how much I respect what he did as a driver. Obviously, that's why he won that award tonight, getting in that car after what happened to him. So, but hey, it's all about the competition. We got 3rd last year in the sprints, we're 2nd, so we got 1 more. So hopefully next year we get the bigger one, right? So I appreciate it.
Moving up the ranks for Team Arizona, Petty Rossi Racing. They're going to make another run at it in 2025. Mitchell Moles came home second in the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Series points. This is not Mitchell Moles, but we're going to talk to Dylan anyway. Nope. everybody knows that, you know. But he's essentially one of the most crucial parts of the Reinbold Underwood Motorsports camp, crewing on all of the cars, putting things together, especially when they're falling apart, and being able to get those cars tuned in. One of the things I was going to ask Mitchell tonight was how he's discussed a lot this year about calming down his own driving style, which has put him in the situation to be in the front of a lot more races and tying Kevin Thomas Jr. for most Honest Abe Roofing fast times in a single season. How has that changed your approach to setting up the race car each and every night?
Well, it's a lot easier when he doesn't crash it in the feature. He's definitely calmed down on that aspect. Just making smarter decisions in the features helped him a lot this year. Thanks to Andy and Tammy Reinbold and Todd Underwood for giving me a job and letting tall, gangly kid from Raisin City drive. And all the guys at the shop, Porterhouse, Jacob, Riker, Black David. Congrats to Jerry and Kyle on a phenomenal season.
Thanks, Dylan. We're going to talk to Andy Reinbold next, obviously kind of the headmaster over at Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, and a really big season in a lot of ways for yourself, your team, your drivers. Hayden picking up his first national win, a sprint car win for Mitchell Moles at Paragon Speedway. All of these things, what are some of the highlights that you can describe from this season?
I don't know about highlights. I think overall we did well. Very proud of Hayden getting the most improved and Gunner getting the Rookie of the Year. They had a heck of a battle. Really impressed with Hayden and where he picked up in the midgets and the sprint cars for his first year. I think I heard you guys talking a little bit about the ups and downs with Mitchell. I think he's starting to come into his own, from a standpoint of, you know, we go through the crashes and the almost wins and this and that, and we do leave a lot on the table. And I think that's where we need to get our gains, right, is not losing races. But it's tough. Jerry and Kyle put on a heck of a season this year. I mean, there was a time there during the middle of the season that we're running second in points and we're just lying to ourselves going to the track. Like, they just have like 4 bad weeks, we can get in this thing. And it'd be like another 100 points by the end of the night. Anyways. Good job, Kyle. Great job, Jerry. Jerry, thank you very much for all your help with my son. He appreciates that very much. And then, of course, to the guys. Couldn't do this without the guys. I get to fly in and out and call shots, but they prepare wonderful, beautiful race cars. I mean, I think our operation is about as top-notch as it gets. And then the family and the wife and the kids, and that's it.
Andy Reinbold with Reinbold Underwood Motorsports himself, and Dylan Cook representing up here tonight for Mitchell Moles, who came home second in AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Series points.
Congratulations. Good year. You betcha. Well, it's time that we begin to recognize our national champions. We're going to begin with the NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion. If you would turn your attention to the screen.
One year after finishing as the runner-up, Cannon McIntosh climbed to the top of USAC's NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship in 2025, and resilience was at the forefront. Case in point, the first of the Bixby, Oklahoma Racers series leading 5 wins came on Belleville weekend. After a spin on night 1, he roared back from 22nd to 5th. One night later, he bounced back with a victory. At IMS, he flipped wildly in his heat race, then dusted himself off to win the semi. Starting 19th in the feature, he made the biggest charge of the year to become the first multi-time BC 39 winner in back-to-back fashion. Down the stretch, McIntosh erased a 106-point deficit by reeling off Mid-America Midget Week victories at Sweet Springs and Jefferson County, while adding another W late in the year at Merced. It all cemented his first USAC crown and provided Keith Coons his record-extending 13th USAC National Midget Entrant title. For Curb Agajanian, their latest entrant title is their 11th. If there's anything you could count on in 2025, it was to not count Cannon out.
Well, there they are. They're the National Midget Champion, Keith Cannon, and I know he wants to bring Bo up as well. Let's hear it for our NOS Energy Drink National Midget Championship team. Congratulations, Cannon. Who's going first, Cannon? Keith. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to USAC, Kevin Miller for the last 18 years of his service. I want to welcome Casey. We look forward to working with you and your team in the future. Spridge, all the guys. I mean, we have an excellent team on the midgets. It's been a lot of fun. These championships are all about the people that you put in place. Bo Bender's been with me the longest. I'm pulling Cody Swanson here. Bo's been with me the longest. I mean, I don't even know how long it's been. It's going on 15, 20 years, 21 years. You know, as I've gotten older, I've kind of stepped back. Bo's really taken charge. And this year, he took the whole thing by actually put this whole group of guys. He selected the guys that works with him. And we're so thrilled that Cannon came back last year. We knew we could win races. We knew we could win championships. And these two guys, you know, really earned this thing this year and his guys. So congratulations to these guys.
Let's see if I can mess this up. Man, what a season it was. First thing I want to say is all glory to God. He's with us through our toughest battles, and I wouldn't be here without him. Winning a USAC title is something that I've dreamed of for years now, and I've worked very hard to accomplish this, and finally we're here, and it's truly special, and I'm very grateful to be standing here. As a team, we overcame a lot, and adversity and resiliency was the key for us. You know, looking back, reflecting on what happened at the BC 39, it was a pivotal point for us in the season. Stalled the car on our prelim night and finishing somewhere in the back, and our confidence was an all-time low, at least mine was as a driver. And I actually have a picture that's still set as my lock screen to today of Bo and I sitting on the front bumper with our heads down, just speechless after just a rough night and just not really knowing, you know, where we're at. And coming back the next night, getting upside down in the qualifier, that didn't help us at all. And then winning the B main, you know, from that point, you know, my dad doesn't really go to many races anymore, and he was there at that one, and he was standing there. He looks at the car, and he's like, "You're in the Mobile One house car. You need to drive like you're in it." So I knew I needed to step my game up, and we went out and we won the race from 19th, and it was the moment I knew we were capable of anything. Definitely not just me, but these guys. And that was the moment we turned the tables, erasing a point gap of over 100 points. By no means was this just my doing. It was a fantastic group of guys around me that never quit, and they're the reason that I'm standing here today. Reflecting on where it all started, building a team from the ground up, and all the work that was put into getting here. You know, starting a team with a family. And a lot of people along the way that got me to this point. Got an opportunity to race with Keith in 2020 at the Chili Bowl and having great success, winning our prelim night, first night out together. I think, yeah, we ended up third on Saturday. Just a 17-year-old kid finishing third to Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson was something to be proud of. And then ultimately having to return home after a good season, winning a few races, and just financial reasons, just wasn't in the place we needed to be to come back and run with Keith again. But the next 3 years we would grow our team and didn't win much our first year back, but By the second year, we clicked off around 16 wins with a group that had an average age of like 19 or 20 years old, which to me is impressive and it was something to be proud of as a group. And I want to thank my family tonight for being here and for not just putting up with me, but also being alongside me the whole way, the whole journey. Dad, all the sacrifices, working countless hours through the night to get reports done, to keep our little team afloat, and just the never-ending support. It's crazy how far we've come since the days of racing at Port City. Just as a family, between me, you, Jace, and Uncle Bobby, this right here makes it all worth it. We're USAC champions. Mom, all the road you traveled all by yourself, the never-ending highways you traveled to be at my races. Standing up there recording every race, you probably think it didn't mean much to me, but it did. Even though you didn't get to come to much of my races, or you don't get to come to much of my races anymore, I won't forget it, and I'm grateful to have you as my biggest fan. To my stepmom, Lacey, my stepdad, Kyle, you guys are the glue that hold each side of my family together. I know you guys both sacrifice a lot for my mom and my dad, and are both some of the hardest working people that I've ever met in my life. And I'm forever grateful that you guys made it into my life and to support me on this journey. To my brothers, Jason, Gavin, you guys are my ride or die. Thankful to have you guys by my side, and always look forward to the hyped up videos after a win that you send me. And I can't forget Mike and Christy that have become a family to me and taken me in ever since I moved to North Carolina. You guys make me a better person. You keep me humble, you keep me grounded, and you keep me close to the Lord. I love all of you. Thank you to Toyota for supporting me for many years now, providing me with the resources to become the best driver that I can be. Surrounding me with great people. I wouldn't have the opportunity to compete for championships without the support from Toyota. With Mobile One coming on board this season, I knew one thing, and it's that they like to win. Thank you, Mobile One, for an awesome season. I also want to thank Kevin Keys with Motai Coaching for pushing me to be my best self on and off track these last 5 years. From our first conversation to now, you've believed in me, and you've always kept me confident in my abilities. To my team, the core group of guys, from my crew chief, Bo, my car chief, Spencer, somewhere down there, and my tire specialist, Phil. You guys are the ones that made this happen. And I don't know if anyone's ever done this, but I want to bring those guys on stage, both of you, if you can, come up here. Give these guys a round of applause. I mean, these guys are the best of the best. Yeah, I just want to bring them up here. It's not just one person that wins a championship and makes this happen. It truly takes a team. And I just want to share the stage with you guys. You guys are world class. You're the best at what you do. You've worked nonstop all season to put up with me, dealt with the adversity, and you always kept me confident. You never doubted me, and you guys are true champions and should be proud of everything that we've accomplished together. Anytime I got down on myself, you always reminded me who I was, and I'm very grateful to get to share this with all three of you guys, and I'll never forget it. And thank you to Keith and thank you to Pete for giving us the opportunity to do this together. We couldn't have done it without you. For me, I'm not sure what's next. I have aspirations to expand my career. I want to get into wing sprint cars and live out my dream of being a race car driver for a living. I don't have plans lined out for next year. I'm thankful to have made it this far, and I look forward to what is next, and I won't stop working hard, and I will continue to push myself to be the best version of me, and I'll see you all at Chili Bowl. And I also want to thank my competitors for pushing me to be my best. Justin, you made it interesting. You made me be the best version of myself, and you brought the best out of me, and you kept it close, and I'm grateful for that, and just everybody else that I competed with all year. This wasn't easy. I know you guys all understand how hard it is to become a champion, and grateful to be here.
Well, I've been fortunate to be with this team for quite some time. I remember in 2004 when I was intimidated just to go talk to them, see if they'd even give me a chance to come to this team, you know, and here we've been lucky enough to have multiple championships with entrants and drivers, and for some reason they let us on the road without parental supervision, and we seemed like we did all right. Got to thank Pete and Keith for giving me that opportunity so long ago, and it's been a pleasure to watch this team expand and be a part of it. Got to thank my wife and children. They're the ones that keep everything tied down while I'm off running around trying to live my dreams. My crew, we had Phil and Spencer were my guys helping with me, but I couldn't have done it without Tanner, Grant, Caleb. We had Charlie, we had Kale, Gavin that always jumped in to help when they could, Chuck, and of course our driver. We were fortunate this year to have a fantastic lineup of drivers. I mean, we never knew which one of them were going to win when we got to the track. We were really hoping it was one of ours, but Cannon, when he was dialed in, there's nobody that's going to beat him. And it makes my life so much easier when these guys, all of them, drive the car to the best of their abilities, because one, it helps me to see what changes I need to do, and two, when I screw up, they still make the car look fast. So every good crew chief is only as good as their driver. So fortunate to be here tonight, and I want to congratulate all the champions, Justin, Kyle, Cannon, and everybody here tonight. Thank you.
Scoot in tight, guys.
Move down.
Move on down. There you go. Yep. All right, that's it. Congratulations. Thank you.
One more time for them. Let's give them a round of applause. Johnny Caples Jr., if you were here, if you could make your way up to the stage as we move forward. We now recognize first place in the USAC Silver Crown Division. Turn your eyes to the video.
Despite 5 broken metatarsals, torn ligaments, and 3 screws, even a broken left foot couldn't stop Justin Grant on the way to his second career USAC Silver Crown National Championship in 2025. The Ione, California native jumped out to the early point lead by way of back-to-back springtime victories on the pavement of Ohio's Toledo Speedway and on the dirt of Kansas's Belleville High Banks, which set a record for the quickest race run in Silver Crown history, but a sprint car crash in late summer put it all in jeopardy. But quick work by crew chief Dennis LaCava saved the season with his unique design that allowed Grant's brake foot to work again. Post-injury, Grant's average finish was 3rd throughout the final 4 races to lock up the series title, his first since 2020. 0 DNFs, along with 13 top 10s and 13 starts spearheaded by Grant, also provided the second entrant title for car owner Ron Hemmelgarn. Every season has its hurdles in some form or fashion, but Grant's 2025 title may very well have been both his most challenging and his most rewarding.
Let's welcome him, Hemmelgarn Racing and driver champion Justin Grant. This is a long-standing relationship with this team. Who's first? Rod.
Yeah, lead us off. I'll go after.
Well, it's really great to be here, be the champion again this year. And I want to thank Cody. Last year when I stood up here, I said, we're going to beat him next year, even if we have to take a shotgun to him. We knew he's going to win this championship. So again, thank you for motivating us. And I didn't want to go to prison, but whatever it takes, you got to do it. You know, and having won the Indy 500 and other championships, it's just quite a pleasure. The one we won in 2002, we did it in our garage because everybody was sick with COVID. And so they brought everything over to our garage. It was very informal. But again, we won the championship. This year, we won the championship. When we won it at Toledo Speedway, I said to the guys, because in all the years I've raced, we never won a race at Toledo. And we won that race, and I says, guys, we're going to win the championship. Sure enough, we did it. But like I say, Cody, he was the guiding thing, because again, I promised I was going to shoot him, but we was going to win the championship. So again, thank you again. And you know, our crew, they can come up here because it's not a large crew. But come on up here and enjoy your championship. These are the guys that did it. And with Dennis, he's been with me through all of our IndyCar and wins, and to have them do that. And then when Justin broke his leg or foot or whatever, we didn't know if he was going to race again. But Dennis, being a real thinker, he built that special foot that kept Justin racing and winning. And again, I think Dennis, I mean, I can't even replace Dennis. He's everything. And these other guys, you know, we got our timing and scoring. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. But at least when he does a heck of a job. Jason, you know, he hasn't even got time to shave. He's so busy working and so on. And again, whatever we need done, he's in there doing it. Him and Dennis work unbelievable together. And then obviously Justin, what a character he is. I mean, he can get in any kind of car. He wants to win. He plans on winning. And I always tease him when a girl beats him. I give him a hard time about that, but that's not often. So, but anyway, thank everybody for being here. It's a great joy. I want to say something to my bride. She doesn't want to come up here, but she's the mom for the team. She makes sure that they bring food to feed the guys, and then my daughter, she's there. She drives us. I got a chauffeur now because I'm a champion, and so I got a chauffeur in my daughter. So again, thank you very much. We got another person with us, is Roger Johnson. Roger had for quite a few years USAC teams, and he likes to come to our races. He's a supporter of our races. He's whatever we need him to do, he's there for us. So Roger Johnson, thank you. And then obviously Justin's wife, without her, you know, she's got to take care of the kids. She's got to do the cooking. She's got to do everything, and then Justin just has to drive. So anyway, thank you very much, and bring the rest of the crew up. Come here, Justin.
Boy, I should have gone first. Ron does all that just off the top of his head, too, is most impressive. I'd like to start thank USAC and everyone involved that makes our seasons and tonight happen. I'd also like to congratulate Kyle Cannon on your well-earned championships. It's an honor to share the stage with you guys tonight. Winning these is really, really special, and I'll never forget my first one, and I'm glad you guys get to have yours. It's really cool, and I hope you enjoy it. All I ever wanted to be growing up was a racer, a real racer, not the kind of racer you see on TV, pair of sunglasses next to their Prevos. I wanted to be the kind of racer you see at a dirt track, dirty, rough, tough, the guys you find out in the back of the pit area. The men I idolized and learned from, they were hardened, they were beat up, and they had scars and stories to prove it. And one thing I noticed about these guys was people rarely talked about the days that things went perfect. They remember the days that everything went to shit, but they still found a way to get the job done. Those are the days that mattered, and those are the days that they proved they were racers. This year, everything went to shit. But with the help of some amazing people, we found a way to get the job done. Ron and Helen Himmelgarn, they've given me so much over the years, 9 years together now. It's almost unheard of in our world, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities they've given me. Winning for Ron's awesome. He's won, he's won everywhere. He's won the Indy 500 and done a lot of amazing things, and he shows up to the racetrack every night, and he wants to win just as bad as anybody there. When we got hurt, showed back up at our first race at Salem there, and he asked me if I could win. And I laughed and said, shit, I don't even know if I can finish. And he made it clear we were there to get the job done. I better get my head on straight, and that's why they put my name on the visor. So I got in, got to work, and tried my best to bring the thing home for Ron. Without Dennis Sakava, none of our seasons, especially this one. Everything that he worked on for me with my foot, not only in the Crown car, but across the midget, the sprint car, allowed me to keep making a living and keep racing and kept this championship alive, but as well as our other efforts. And so Dennis, thank you very much. I'm not done with Dennis. Don't clap yet. Racing with Dennis is one of the greatest joys of my career. He's a pure racer all the way to the bone. He's given more of himself to this sport and to me personally than any sane person would or should. And it's an honor to be his driver and to work alongside him. I appreciate every day that I get to see you at the shop and every day that we get to go racing together. Jason Reynolds and Brian Carricker, they take a lot of time away from work and their loved ones to support our team. And BK spent a good part of his year as my personal assistant, which was really easy because I'm always in a great mood and easy to get along with and all that. So I probably don't thank those guys nearly enough, and I don't know how I could if I wanted to. Lauren Albano, she didn't make it tonight, but her and NOS Energy Drink have been huge supporters of my career throughout the years, and I'm thankful for their partnership, and it's been a blast having them on our team and on the side of our race cars. We've got Roger Johnson and Nick Bohannon here tonight. They've been huge supporters of our team, and they take care of a really vital part of our success. They call it motorsports for a reason. And without those two guys, we'd just be sitting in the shop making race car noises. And last, but certainly not least, would be my wife, Ashley, my beautiful wife, Ashley, down there. I say it every year, I couldn't do it without her, but I truly couldn't have done it without her this year. Between dealing with everything that went along with my foot, surgeries, doctor's appointments, me laying around being grumpy, carrying all of the load at home because I couldn't do much of nothing, and dealing with major life events of her own. We lost her mother this year, and we miss Patty every day. All while working full time as well. She still found a way to support me and encourage me, and occasionally kick me, the surgeon, and anyone else who needed it in the ass when we thought about giving up. She's the toughest one in the bunch around here, and I appreciate it, and I love her, and thank you, darling. All I ever wanted to be was a racer. I'm proud to stand up here. I'm thankful for all of you being here. In my mind, I'm a racer, but mostly because I'm surrounded by racers in every direction. Thank you.
No. There's no leaving. There's no leaving. Really important award is the Johnny Caples Golden Great USAC Chief Mechanic of the Year. This goes to a guy who was a former midget racer. I saw it with my own eyes. Longtime associate of Ron Hemmelgarn's, you've heard already what he did. Rigging something up to allow his driver to succeed and to win. He's also quiet, but a master psychologist. Your Johnny Caples Golden Great USAC Chief Mechanic of the Year is Dennis LaCava. Dennis, now you get to do your most favorite thing in the world. Talk.
Yeah, great. Well, what an honor. First off, I would have to thank God. Through Jesus Christ, I thank God. God's given me the passion and whatever talent I might possess. I'd have to thank my wife, or I'd like to thank my wife, Teresa, for her support and keeping me grounded and the sacrifice she gives so I can do what I need to do. I'd like to thank the Ron Hemmelgarn and the whole Hemmelgarn family for the opportunity. And a special thanks to Brock and Elin for their help. Roger Johnson and Nick Bohannon, thank you. Jason Reynolds, thank you for your work and putting up with me. Brian Carricker, BK, thank you for your help and your positive attitude. Of course, Justin, thank you for having faith in me and allowing me to prepare your champ cars and allowing me to not only call you my driver, but my friend. Yeah, it's all these guys that make me look good, so if USAC and Johnny Caples and you all think I deserve this, well, then I humbly accept and say thank you.
Don't leave. They can't leave. Hold tight. There's one more. Well, Justin was battered and bruised. We know that. We know he was the fastest to win in all 3 series. We know he won 16 USAC features over the course of the year, finished in the top 5 in all 3 national divisions, and he is now the first 5-time titleist of the Mike Curb USAC National Championships. It is Justin Grant.
Thanks, Pat. Yeah, I'm back. Good to see y'all. Winning the Mike Curb deal 5 times now is really special. You know, to me, the Mike Curb award across all 3 series really, you know, signifies more than just having speed and being able to be fast. It's a blend of what you do on track and what you do off track. And for that, it's always an honor to win this award. I'm very grateful and very thankful that I have great teams that have been behind me for a long time now. Chad we're new, but I'm looking forward to growing that partnership as well. And yeah, to be able to show up to all these USAC races year after year speaks to the people that believe in me and gives me confidence in what I can do on the racetrack and what, you know, that I'm not terribly unreasonable off the racetrack, which is difficult most, if not all days. But I thank those guys. I thank USAC for giving us a place to race and everything that goes into the whole USAC season. So thanks to them, thanks to USAC, thanks to all my teams, and thank you, Mike Curb.
All righty, it's time to meet the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Champion and Richard Hoffman, Amsoil National Sprint Car first place entrant.
Just 2 years ago, Kyle Cummins was ready to hang up the helmet, but after Jerry Petty made him an offer he couldn't refuse, the Princeton, Indiana driver's landscape changed and ultimately led him to a historical USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship season in 2025. By the numbers, Cummins was the most dominant USAC National Sprint Car Champion ever. He led the points for all 49 events, and his final point margin of 386 was the largest in series history. Cummins' 38 top 5s and 44 top 10s are both new single-season series records. Furthermore, with 10 wins in 13 seconds, Cummins' 23 top 2s in 2025 surpassed the all-time mark. Cummins' 13 runner-up results are also a new record. His 22 top 10s to start the season are, you guessed it, a brand new series record. In his quest, Cummins' average finish was a staggering 4.5. In just its second year, Petty Performance Racing is a first-time USAC entrant title list. It's been a long time coming, and at age 38 and in his 23rd season of sprint car racing, Kyle Cummins is finally a USAC champ.
Let's recognize him. Kyle Cummins, Petty Performance Racing. All right, who's first? Jerry Kyle. Who's first?
I really thought Jerry was going to go first, so I'm old, so I got a little pocketbook here. Also, this is going to be really tough. Holy moly. Just watching the video had me a little bit. First off, just like Cannon, I got to thank God. He is the reason why I'm here today. He has blessed me with more than I ever could have imagined. He's given me a perfect family, a great life, a little bit of talent to race a little bit, which means a lot to me, but my family is number one. I wouldn't be anything without him. Next, my wife. She is the true champion. She should probably be up here with all these guys. What she's did with the kids, our first or second date, she came to the racetrack. Never ever went to the races before, and now years later, she goes to all of them, and I drag her around, and we motor home with the kids, and to have the kids there, her there, it means more to me than really anything else. Cruz, he's a little brat right now, but I held him halfway, and now she's holding him because he didn't take a nap today. But I brought him because even though they don't know what, maybe what this means, one day they'll watch this video and they'll know that I love them. They're the two greatest joys of my life, alongside my wife. I just thank them very much. She put her life on hold for me to go out and long nights in the shop, very long nights in the shop. Not as much anymore, thanks to these guys up here, which I'm sure she appreciates. But, you know, she's the rock. So I love you. Keep on going here. For the kids, all I want to do is make them proud as a proud dad. I want to, you know, instill in them the values that my family has instilled in me, and that's what I want. I got to keep going so I get into to where I can talk. My parents, Mom, Dad, Greg, Shelly. You know, you guys have sacrificed the world. I've been racing a long time. 38 years old. I don't know if I'm the oldest up here. I broke some records. I don't know if that's even close, but I got some gray hair and I'm pretty old. I've been racing sprint cars 23 years, they said. I remember my first race in USAC like it was just yesterday. It was 2003 at Terre Haute, and flipped out of the ballpark, and action I got, as they said. But you know, just until here recently, you know, with all my partners, we just raced here and there, and more of a regional guy. And you know, I looked up to the people who ran all these races. They ran tons of races, and at the end of the year, they were at the top. You know, Justin, unbelievable, right? Like, baddest dude there is in the building. You know, Cannon, great job. You know, all the teams, seconds to thirds. It's crazy how much work it really is to be standing up here. It's from going from the regional to, you know, a hit and miss thing to doing it full time. It's way harder than what I ever imagined. So there's that. Let me get to good stuff. Jerry Petty, man of the hour. What him and Bev Petty did for me is unbelievable. What he's did for the sport, what he's did for USAC racing, for dirt track racing, what he's did today, last year, what he'll do for the future. He has changed sprint car racing. He has changed USAC racing, and him and Bev, you know, they need their own championship thing, because they've did everything, from just letting me run a team, letting me you know, pick the people I want to pick, give me all their opportunity. The backing has just been it's just unbelievable. When I was what gets me is that 2 years ago when I was going to quit, that was, I don't even know if I was done, but I just felt like I was done. And what he gave me and what he re-sparked in my brain, in my life, it's brought a passion for sprint car racing that I don't know if I've had for years. And, you know, I want to win more next year than I did this year. So watch out, I'm coming. You know, Jerry with Vontae Windows and Doors, his son, two sons are here, you know, Julian and Dustin, Joni's here, you know, his family's here. I hate that Bev can't make it. I hope she's watching. But, you know, those people right there, they're the reason why we're here. The reason why I'm here. Those guys are here. My family, everybody, that's why they're here. And, you know, I can't thank them enough for all the things they do. It's unbelievable. Back to my parents, thank you for just keeping me grounded. Every time, I keep trying to go back. Keep me in church, keeping me where I am today. That's the only reason why I'm standing up here is you guys. Thank you, Mom, Greg, everyone. And then my dad. My dad's probably one of the hardest working people from a young age that I ever remember. From pulling chassis from the woods, we call it the sprint car graveyard, that he raced when he was racing, to pull them up out of the woods, work all night long, cut bars, weld stuff together. He's gave it 100%. and then some. The late nights, he's the reason why I'm here. He's taught me everything about racing, and yeah, I appreciate you very much. This is why we're standing here today. It's pretty crazy from where we came from, the building, the back garage, whoa, open trailer, like what in the world? We got air conditioning in our trailer now. I mean, good night. I remember when it rained, I was sitting in the truck so I didn't get wet and changing my suit and getting in the grass, you know what I'm saying? If you got dreams, bud, just keep living them because they can come true. These guys up here, these 4 guys, holy moly. Cameron LaRose, Zach Fields, Casey DeRenzi, Drake Edwards. These guys have put some blood, sweat, and tears in that race shop. I'll be honest with you, I don't do much. I'm taking care of the kids. What they do down there, they let me work at my shop. What they do in the shop is unbelievable. Besides me spinning out and getting ran into, that was the only DNF we had. They keep the car in pristine shape. I never worry about it. I never have to think about it. They keep Jerry's stuff clean. These 4 guys here are the reason why we're here. It took a little bit to find the right people. And as every championship team knows, or any team knows, if you don't have the right people, you ain't got nothing. Then to Cameron. That's my crew chief of the year right there, bud. He's 24 years old. I don't know if he's more like my son. Moved out here from Phoenix. A friend, and God, he's smart. I'll tell you what, one of the smartest people. For 24, I felt like I was kind of smart at 24. What he's doing now is unbelievable, and that's why I think we had a dominated season. You don't have a dominating season just getting stuff close. The beginning of the year, I just felt like it was almost like if we didn't win, we were bummed out. Like me and him worked so well together, and I think that's why I know going forward we're just going to be as dominant as we were, and I appreciate him very much, and thank you guys for being there, the long nights. When I'm at home doing nothing, taking care of kids, they're slaving away. And then all the other people, Tanner, throwing them T-shirts. I don't do anything in T-shirts either. That kid right there, brother-in-law, and we have our little head button here and there, but he gets it done. We got die cast now. Like, I've never thought I'd have die cast in my life, you know what I'm saying? But he pushes me to spend the money to make the money. Thank you, Tanner. For Jessica Swanson, Bryce Becker, to follow the year. What a year to follow. I don't really like being in front of people. I don't like the camera. But sometimes I get a little wild, I get a little silly, and she caught a couple moments. But thank you guys for everything you do. I'm not going to forget you, Joni. Joni, thank you, Joni, for always being there, keeping us fed, keeping me with as many bananas as I need to eat on the night I race. I don't know if I'm superstitious, but I eat a ton of bananas on race day. Been doing it for years, and I'm not going to stop now. But just, if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Our sponsors, Avante Windows and Doors, Premier Recycling, Lance with Lifestyle Homes, Phil Rossi with Apache Transport. There's just a ton of people that got this thing around, all the parts, all the sponsorships. Thank you guys for everything you do. Stanton Racing Engines, we didn't have a failure all year. That's to be up here, you got to finish the race. And there's just a ton of people. Mach 1 Chassis, his first career USAC championship being a chassis builder. Those things are unbelievable. I don't know if you can see the video. That thing's wheelied up, and it's got some grit, bud. So thank you, Mark. Sure Built Suspension with FK Shocks, K1 Racing, Bell Helmets, just everyone that has been with me for years. Thank you very much. To be standing here, I know Justin had his foot thing, but you know, it was going to be a great season to the end. But I'm glad he got to race again, and that we got to race with him. Logan Seavey, his year last year, unbelievable. To actually come back and to beat those guys, that's why we do it. Those are the best guys right here in the building, and I'm just happy to have a good season and beat you guys. So I appreciate everyone for coming. USAC's like a family to me. I appreciate, you know, everything they do. You know, it's top notch. I've never been here before. It's pretty awesome. I will be back next year. Thank you, guys.
What a great season for Petty Performance Racing. My God, I want to take a minute and just mention some of the highlights. I'll start with one, you know, for the people in Arizona. Not only did we win a national championship and a CRA championship, we built a new racetrack in Arizona, and I'm so excited about that. My partner, Brad Whitfield's here. Brad, raise your hand. And, you know, we got a heck of a track in Arizona now, and we did that for the people in Arizona, and I think we all had fun at the Western, and that was a big accomplishment for us this year. Drake Edwards got to drive for Chad Boat in the midget all year. I think he finished 8th, Drake, and he won his first USAC race, main event, you know, so that was a heck of a thing for what was really his first year at the national level. And RJ, the hardest working guy I know, man. He in Arizona, he does it all. He's just there every day. He's working hard every day. I think him and Cameron got some of the same genes, because nobody knows racing like RJ. And Kyle, like you, RJ has a father just like you that taught him what he knows and sacrificed so RJ could become a racer. So we want to make sure we honor your father, you know, RJ. RJ, his helpers, they can't stand up here with us tonight, but Billy and Jinx, man, without them, right? I mean, you couldn't get it done without those two guys, you know, and so we want to mention them. So it was our first year together. It was his second CRA championship, and I'm just really proud of him. And then Petty Performance Edge, the kids, you know, when I came back to racing, I would look in the stands, and there's a sea of white hair, you know, and I thought, man, is the sport dying, you know? And I kind of thought it was. I'm like, man, you know, but these kids, they're our future, man. They are energized. They are ready. They are ready to be you guys. They're ready to be the next Justin Grant, the next Logan Seavey, the next Kyle Cummins, the next RJ. And they all got fire in their belly, so I think we're going to be okay. And that was a big highlight this year. And the two kids that get to go race for Chad, how cool would that be if one of them little guys wins something, huh? That would be awesome, you know. So we're going to keep doing that. And that's my wife's favorite part of racing is the things we're doing with the kids. And you know, like all of us guys that are married, the sacrifice our wives make so we can do what sometimes don't make sense, you know. I mean, racing is not a good investment. I'm just here to tell you, you know. So thank her, you know, and God bless her. And then my two boys, believe it or not, we got the CEO of Avanti Window and Door sitting there, and the National Vice President of Sales sitting there for Avanti Window and Door, you know, which is kind of cool. They just happen to have the same last name as me. So that's exciting. And then how it all started with Kyle. You know, I was working with RJ and Jack Yaley, and a lot of you know Jack Yaley, and Cactus Jack and Crazy Jack and Wild Jack, and we all love Jack, but I figured out real quick I wasn't going to win a national championship with Jack Yaley. So I said, you know, I want to start my own team, and RJ and his dad, we helped them win their first championship, and then we rolled into his championship. And then I just mentioned it to Billy Van Meter. I said, hey, Billy, I think I want to start my own team. And I kid you not, 3 or 4 hours later, Kyle calls me and says, hey, I heard you're thinking about starting your own team. I go, yeah, what do you think? He goes, well, I don't know. What do you think? You know? And I said, well, I can tell you this, Kyle. I know nothing about racing. I don't know how to set up a car. I don't know nothing about motors. I know nothing about racing except I love it. I said, you will have to do everything. You'll have to have the shop. You'll have to help me buy the trailers. You'll have to hire the people. And you're going to make all decisions, you know? He goes, like, you mean everything? I go, yeah, like everything. If we don't win, it's your fault. And he says, oh my God, that's a dream, you know? So we did it. I don't know. We just, he bought a new house, him and Kelsey, and the first thing we did in the house is start adding to the shop so we had more space for you in the shop, right? Then we added again, and then trailers and cars, and here we are. And man, I've always my whole life as a leader, the best leaders surround themselves with leaders. If you're a leader, you can't be afraid to put smarter people around you. And that's what I've done my whole life, and that's what I did here in this racing thing. Just put smarter people around me that know what they're doing, and then give them the tools to work, you know? And I'm so proud of all these guys. They've become family. These guys all get along like brothers, and you know, RJ and Jinx and Billy, they're tight. And Megan, she just, you know, the sacrifices she makes for RJ, again with the kids, they got 3 kids, and at both my teams, it's like both in CRA and in USAC National, we have the biggest nursery in the pits at all the races, for sure. And it's way cool. I love it. I love it. And, you know, thank you guys so much. And in closing, the people, I've 50 years in the window business, so, you know, I had a tight-knit group of people I knew there and loved and became close friends with. In just a few years, I've met some incredible people, you know, the Reinbold family. Lance Keller is sitting back there somewhere, I think, you know. Phil Rossi. There's just great people all over in this racing industry, great people, and I thank you all. And yeah, thank you. Kyle, RJ, thank you guys for being great, man. Love you.
Well, before we run off, you know, my good friend Barb Hellier would be able to vouch this for me. For those of us who've been around a long time, there are very few people who were more respected under the United States Auto Club banner than Roger McCluskey. From his beginning in stock cars to what he did in sprint cars, midgets, he was a national champion in IndyCar. He became a USAC official, known for his fairness and integrity. He was a guy who had a feeling for the sport beyond himself and beyond the moment, a larger sense of what the sport meant. The Roger McCluskey Award is, in my opinion, the most prestigious of all USAC awards. And when you think about someone who has been working on something at the grassroots level, a person who has been directly involved in events like the BC 39, the Corn Belt Clash, the Western World Championship, his involvement in multiple series, his unwavering support of the USAC Hall of Fame, it's a pretty easy choice, the Roger McCluskey Award, for that man, Jerry Petty.
Yeah, he is. Hey, Tucson guy.
He's a Tucson
that's
guy.
Right, man. Right. Let's see if I got 15 more minutes here. No, I don't. Thank you guys so much. This is unexpected. I had no clue, and I don't think I deserve it, but wow, I'll take it. How's that?
You bet, everybody. Congratulations.
And
Go ahead.
Is Keith Kuhn still here? Is he still here? Hey, I always wanted to meet you. Make sure I shake your hand before you leave, okay? Thank you.
Okay, just a couple of housekeeping items. First of all, we're going to have the national champions up for a photo. If you've got an award that's like a glass award, we've got some boxes for that. We also have some jackets for you. Now, I've just got a couple of words in closing. First of all, thanks for coming. I do want to use what time I have to make just a special note. My first date with my wife was on Thanksgiving 41 years ago. Now, if you think that I ever have any anxiety or concerns or worries that my wife loves me, even though I outkick my coverage, just let me tell you, she came here tonight willingly. That means she loves me. And I love all of you. And it's great to hear because I can tell you that one of my favorite moments all year long is when I say good night.